Okay, welcome to relocating to Disney, and I want to give you another update. Just want to describe the mortgage application process that we've been going through in case it's new for you, or maybe it's just been a while since you've had to go through this. Um, so over the weekend, if you've seen the other videos, you know we signed a contract to have the house built through KB Homes. Um, in that contract, it said that we would notify KB of who was supplying the mortgage within, I think, like 3 days, something like that. So that doesn't give a lot of time to figure this out because you don't know how much to go for a mortgage for until you get to the stage. So basically, you have 3 days to fill out the applications, get all the paperwork, and get the approval back. Not a lot of time. So when you're working with a builder, you can use the builder's preferred dogs out here running around with the ball. You can use the builder's preferred lender. There we go, get me back on track. And if you do that, they give you some incentive. A lot of times they'll pay for closing. They'll give you money at the design studio to pay for your kitchen cabinets or whatever. But this is a seller's market, so that ain't happening. They're gonna give $5,000 toward closing, and that's it. So uh, you don't have to use the builder's preferred lender. It's your choice. You can, or you can shop around and see if you can't get a better deal. And pretty much everybody says, yeah, you should shop around and then make your decision. Here's a few things you need to know when you go to submit for your mortgage requests. When you do the applications, every time you submit an application, they do a credit check. And every time they do a credit check, it hits your credit rating. So your credit rating will just start to decrease with every check. So you don't want to have a whole bunch of these checks. You want to do just a couple, just the minimal that you absolutely have to do. Next thing you need to know is that very short period of time that I've already talked about between signing the contract and getting your mortgage going. Now, for us, it was like hurry up and wait. We waited and waited and waited for our chance to get the contract so we could get that going. We waited probably a month, and then the phone rang. It's ready. Now go, right? So I'd recommend knowing and thinking about who you're going to work through for a mortgage in advance. We didn't do that work up front because we didn't know. So we didn't think about who else we might want to put a mortgage application in with. Um, let's see. Next thing is um, we were advised by our financial advisor to use a local lender for the mortgage, under the belief that a local lender would know the area better and be able to make faster decisions. I don't think that's a hard, fast rule. I think you can use anybody who will give you a mortgage, but that was his recommendation. And so we kind of decided to follow that. Now, something else to know. I work from home. When I move to Florida, I will continue to work from home. So I'm taking my job with me. My wife does not work from home. And so when we move to Florida, she's going to have to look for a different job. Um, Honestly, she wants to take the first year off to get the house settled. But that aside, the mortgage companies look at that and they say, well, we can't count your wife's income because she won't have it once you get there. You're going to have to buy this place off of your income, off of, in this case, my income, because I'm the one that's going to have the job continuing when we get down there. So, I hear a lot of people say, well, can you go to Florida without a job? Well, not if you're going to get a mortgage, I suppose. They're not going to let that happen. Um, see, next thing you need to know, mortgage interest rates. Now, the house that we have now in New York, we've got a 4.2% mortgage interest rate. And at the time, that was incredible. We were told money's never going to be this cheap again. Well, guess what? Mortgage rates are now 2.5%. Isn't that nuts? But KB Homes came back with an interest rate of around 3%. So I don't understand how interest rates can be 2.5 and yet they come back around 3%. There's some math in there I just don't understand. And I'm sure it has something to do with kickbacks to the home builders, and you got to pay for that $5,000 they're giving us somehow, so it all gets worked into the interest rate. So we wanted to get a second application going so we could compare. And following the financial advisor's advice, I looked locally, and the first name that comes to mind is SunTrust, right? You think of Florida, you think of SunTrust. I checked them out, and their interest rates for 30 years was 3.1%. It was higher than what KB Mortgage was offering. Now, we have an uber high, what do you want to call it, credit rating. There you go, that's the word. It is high. It's like through the roof. So it's not like we were penalized because of a bad credit rating or anything like that. I don't understand why, if it's normally 2.5 across the market, we got 3. So applying it in second place, we can see maybe we'll get a different interest rate. I decided not to go with SunTrust because I know what they are. They're 3.1. Our real estate agent has a mortgage broker associated with them. So we decided to use those. Now, the builder's preferred lender provides $5,000 toward closing. The real estate agent's preferred lender only provides $1,000. So they better have, I don't know, some great deal, interest rate, to make up that difference. I don't know. So just know that whatever interest rate you see out there in the market probably isn't what you're going to get. Okay. Hey, dog. He's running around loving the snow. Okay, so everyone recommends comparing the builders. Oh, you can't jump up higher if you want to be seen in the camera. Okay. Everyone recommends comparing the builder's preferred lender, so that's what we did. So if you saw my last video, you know that it took most of Sunday to read through the contract and sign it and get the mortgage paperwork going through KB Mortgage. KB Mortgage came back and they said, well, we need some more paper. Oh, you're jiggling the camera, dog. It's a lab. He's big. He loves the snow. He's not going to get it once we go south. Oh, that. He's playing rough now. Okay, so some more things you got to know. Let's see. So Tuesday, we had to gather up all that additional paperwork that they wanted us to get. Let's see. That additional. He's chewing on my pant leg and my arm here. Okay.
Oscar, stop. 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 Stop.
All right. Let's see if we can continue on. So, where were we? I'm so distracted by a dog. I want to go play with him instead of record this video. Hey, go get that treat. Entertaining for me, not so much for you, the viewer. Okay, so where were we? So Tuesday night, we had to get all the additional paperwork that was needed for the mortgage. That included, they wanted to see paycheck slips and bank statements and W-2s. So we had to gather them up multiple years and get those submitted. And then also on Tuesday, we filled out the second mortgage application, and they wanted even more paperwork, right? They wanted additional years, paycheck slips. They wanted the tax returns. What else did they want? And they wanted our present mortgage paperwork as well. And, that stuff is in the filing cabinet, and yeah, it takes a little bit to get it, and then you have to scan it in, and then you've got to get it loaded up to the website. It killed all evening Tuesday, about 3 hours. Okay, so here we are on Wednesday. We have the pre-qualification from KB Mortgage. We're just waiting for the underwriting for the approval on that. And then we're waiting to hear back on the second mortgage application. They confirmed they received it. We're just waiting on that. So we have an outstanding credit score. We have money in the bank, and we are in really good position for this purchase. So, I'm not concerned about being rejected. I'm more concerned about getting all the information that they need, finding out what the results are, and then making the right decision. And making it within the time of the contract too. Because if we don't make this decision within the contract, they can just move on to the next buyer. So they don't have to wait for us to figure things out. And if we've been delayed for whatever reason, it's not their fault. It's not the builder's fault. They just move on. So that's where we're at. Hopefully, and I'm positive this will all come together. But that's where we're at on a Wednesday. And now I'm going to go play with the dog in the snow because he wants more treats. Okay, take it easy. Bye.